Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Look, for the last 20 years or more, at least, Muslims in the world have been bullied by the West with the word extremism and the word extremist. And enough is enough already. You've got mainstream media in the West talking about justifying cannibalism, literal cannibalism. And yet you think that you can call Muslims extreme or call Muslims extremist. These are governments that justify killing, starving, and freezing people supposedly for the sake of democracy. They invade countries, they bomb innocent people, men, women, and children, in the name of democracy. Democracy here is just a code word for Western supremacy, American supremacy. You're not allowed to object to that. You're not allowed to protest it. You're not allowed to oppose it. You're not allowed to criticize it. You're not even allowed to point it out if you're a Muslim, because that means you're an extremist. A level of obsequiousness and capitulation is required of Muslims far greater than is required of non-Muslims in order for us to prove to non-Muslims that we are not extremists. It's like any level of adherence to Islam, any expression of belief in Islam, any expression of being guided by Islamic principles is deemed as extremist. But you can be guided by any other set of principles. You can adhere to any other belief system, particularly if it's a belief system that excludes the possibility of the existence of God. If you adhere to that sort of a belief system, you can be as extreme as you want to be. You can be as insulting as you want to be. You can be as belligerent and arrogant and obnoxious as you want to be. And no one will call you extreme, and no one will cancel you, and no one will call you out for abuse. Nobody has killed more people than the West. No one has been more brutal and more savage than the West. And for the last 20 years, their primary victims have been Muslims. And yet still we're supposed to assure you that we are not dangerous to you. I mean, the West is like a murderer who kills someone and gets the blood of their victim on their clothes and then starts screaming, "I'm bleeding." We're not falling for it anymore. We're not going to be bullied anymore. You can't intimidate us with this extremist word anymore. Westerners are the ones who are extreme. Westerners are the ones who are violent. Westerners are the ones who pose a threat to themselves and others, more than any other group of people on the face of the earth. So stop with the performative fear, pretending that you're afraid of us when we're your number one victims. Jazakumullahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum.